How's it going, guys? My name is Splattercat, as you all know, and welcome to the next episode of our Don't Starve LP. Where we had left off, we had gotten a bunch of nice little things set up. So we have all of our resource area over here. Things are looking good. Things are looking well put together, other than the fact that we are just going crazy right now. As you can see, our sanity it's suffering. Our sanity is not doing so well. So I'm waiting just a moment for this final bit of food to pop out of the crock pot, and once we get that taken care of, we'll decide what our mission is for the next day, because as of right now, I haven't really decided on the way I want to conduct myself for right now. So there are a couple things we need to take care of. We need more stone. Our stone supplies are absolutely atrocious. They are basically non-existent. Now, what the hell is that? There's a shimmery buggy. It looks like a hairy bug. Can you hurt me? Okay, I can walk through him. I actually haven't played around with the insanity system too much yet because, well, I mean, it seems to be kind of a mixed bag. So, to a certain extent, it seems like sanity is kind of an up and a down. When you go insane, you can use different types of armor and things of that nature. I know what we need to do. We need to set some bird traps. So let's go ahead. We're going to go down here, and we need some spider webs. So there we are. We got our spider webs. Let's go down here, and we will probably... 2 bird traps will probably, that'll probably suffice. And what we'll do is we'll place them right here. Just kind of line this lower road with them. The road has either changed a strange color based on my sanity, or it has changed a strange color based on a patch or something. I don't know. I don't think there's been an update. I think the next update is still quite a ways off. So let me bait these traps with some seeds, and once something comes down to land, we'll go ahead and take care of business there. Now, I don't think these are going to grow up here, so let's go ahead and fertilize them as well. They kind of seem like they're sitting there just waiting for something to happen. Although, that fertilizer seems to have made them pop up quite nicely. Now, other things we need to take care of. We need to go get a tentacle spike, so I think that may be what I'm going to do this episode. So let's go ahead and make ourselves a new spear. We need some ropes for that. We'll grab the ropes out of there, and 2 spears is probably sufficient. Ooh, we can make a boomerang. Let's make a boomerang. This is going to be awesome. Alright, so I forgot about the boomerang. Let's do this thing. So how does this thing work? So we've got the boomerang. How do I throw it at things? Can I throw it at this bird? Die! Oh, that was amazing. And I caught it, too. Yes! That was awesome, although it took a lot of durability. Oh, damn. Error! Catch has failed! Okay, so apparently, I guess the boomerang can come back and hit me in the face. That was kind of an unexpected consequence. Who would have thought that a boomerang would come back and hit me? Who woulda thunk it? So let's put this bird on the ground and kill him off real fast. This may not be the most entertaining of episodes. I haven't really thought up a main game plan for what we can take part in for this episode, but there are a number of things that I'd like to get done, namely the tentacle spike, and that seems the most pressing, is a nice little collection of tentacle spikes. So let's put all of our stuff back in here so we have a little bit of storage space. And actually, I lost my train of thought. I jumped out of here to make a spear. There we are. We've got another spear now. Let's put our charcoal back in here. I don't know if I should bring Chester with me. That may or may not be a good idea. We're going to eat that meat straight off just to see if we can help our sanity out a little bit. And anything else. All of our storage needs seem to be supplied well enough. We can get rid of this gold. This gold isn't going to do us any good. And let's head out into the wild, well, maybe not blue yonder, but into this swampy area down here. This swampy wild wonder. We'll go down here and see what we can find. If our log suit gets kind of beat up, we'll make a new one. And let's see if we can bait a tentacle here. And we'll see if we can beat him down real fast. And I've more or less got the rhythm down for killing these tentacles because they seem to be one of the more dangerous ones. As I said, every time, I tell you what, every time I say that, I get hit. So, well, that one seemed like it almost nicked me too. Hopefully we can get a tentacle spike in short order from this guy because, honestly, sometimes you can go a lot of kills before you finally get one to drop. And we took a double hit there, which is a wee bit unfortunate. There's a little bit of monster meat, but that's not really going to do us much good. Our sanity is suffering right now. And it looks like a gobbler got himself off down here. And I don't think that one hit me. I think that one lied. That one, I don't feel like that was a clean hit. I'm not going to call cheats, though. I'm not going to call cheats. He's not cheating at PlayStation yet. And it looks like there's another one down there. So I'm going to be careful in the way that I approach this because it's easy to get mobbed up on by tentacles. They don't really move, but sometimes the developers have programmed them, they've programmed them to be pretty devious. Oh, and we're out. Oh, God, we're almost dead. Oh, dear. Oh, and candy makes our health go down. Alright, so we're going to retreat back to the safety of our, well, our semi-makeshift fort here. Hopefully we can get some health back before the end of the day. We'll catch this bird so that we can get another morsel. And then I've also been thinking about baiting Krampus into coming, but I don't feel like I'm ready for Krampus just yet. Krampus, I'd probably like to have a couple traps up and ready to go before we kind of duel with him. Do I have any wood left? I have charcoal left. We'll use that. Charcoal is good for making fires. And let's see what food we can get made since we're pretty beat up at this point. What can we throw in the crock pot here? Let's just take the assorted vegetables and things that we have, and we'll just throw them in there one by one, and we'll see what comes out. Maybe ratatouille. I don't really know what happens if you just throw random stuff in here. My guess was it's probably something like ratatouille. We'll see what that cooks up for us, and we need to really make sure we get some health back because we're pretty close. We're knocking on death's door right now. We are not in really good shape. We are within centimeters of robot death, but it's hard for me to be pessimistic right now because I'm coming out of that post real life test bliss where you're like, oh my god, I don't have to study for anything anymore, at least for the foreseeable future. So let's grab some berries, I guess. There we go. And we'll make some fistful of jam too. I don't know if I should be harvesting these early. I don't know what the side effects of harvesting early are. I think it depletes their fertilization. At some point I may have to go back in and refertilize these, but we've got plenty of dookie at the moment, so I'm not gonna fret about it too much. And once we've got these berries, I know for a fact the berries are going to give us a reasonable amount of health left. Well, they're going to give us some health back. And hopefully we can get ourselves right back up to where we need to be. And what is this? A stuffed eggplant. Let's eat it. And that did not help nearly as much with our health as I had hoped it would. So let's throw these in here, and we'll turn these into jams. And we may just have to take it easy for the next little bit. It doesn't seem like there's any real way to get a ton of health back really quickly. Although we got a durian, and I think durians give you a big block of health. So maybe we'll try and cook up the durian here. Let's see what happens when I vaguely remember cooking up durians gave you a bunch of health. Oh, nope. Never mind, I was wrong. I was absolutely wrong. So we just need to eat food. Any food that I can consume right now that can get me... I mean, I'm within 1 or 2 hits of death right now. I don't think I'm going to risk a midnight raid at the moment. Our sanity is rapidly depleting. So let's grab that, and we'll make ourselves a sleeping bag. There we are. Also to conserve time, because this burns up a reasonable amount of our episode, me just standing around at night. So we'll get ourselves back up here. Oh, maybe it's just because I hadn't slept. I wonder if there's kind of a cap on how high your sanity can get based on how long it's been since you slept, because that's the first time I think I've ever seen sleeping completely restore all of my sanity. So that's interesting, and we're going to keep note of that for the future. Let's throw those in there, just so we have something cooking. And we'll do our best to get ourselves fed. We're nice and fed now. Let's grab our seeds before we head out, and we need to chop down some foresty bits. We need to get ourselves some logs because our log situation is actually absent. It's not deficient, it is non-existent. So let's go ahead and make ourselves an axe here, and I'm going to see how many trees I can chop down real quick. Well, I'll do it off camera. Never mind. You guys don't want to see me chop well, I need to chop at least enough to get another wood vest so I can go down and fight some tentacles. I was indecisive. Luckily, we have this massive, beautiful forest down here that I've planted in my off time. So we'll get that all nice and leveled, or at least get enough going to where we can make that log suit and go back down and see if we can get another tentacle spike. There we are. What I'd love to see in this game, just kind of to diverge, I would love to see some kind of random events added. And I know with adventure mode, they're kind of doing a ramping difficulty where each world you go to, it may turn into kind of a challenge mode. I don't really know what their ultimate goal is for that just yet. And I like where that's going, but I think now the game has enough set objects. And what I mean by set objects is things that happen every time. But what I'd like to see now are a nice assortment of things that don't happen. Maybe on each map you have a fortress or something of that nature, which doesn't always pop up. Just things like that. Or maybe like a trader who has things you absolutely can't craft, but they're kind of life... Well, not life. I guess they're ease of access items, so they make your life a little bit easier, like piles of food and things like that. Not too frequent, though. Like the merchant would be like a one-time per 40 or 50 days type thing, and he would have lots of other stuff to tempt you with. But you know, I'm not a thinker, I'm not a dreamer, so I'll leave that up to Cly Entertainment. They seem to be doing a very good job with the development of this game, so I would hate to defer or detract from their development by adding my terrible ideas, because, guys, I'm not much of a thinker. When it comes to coming up with creative ideas, not so good at it. When it comes to rambling and talking out of my ass, I'm fantastic about that. I can talk forever. I can talk ad nauseum. So, have you ever actually heard someone talk so much that it made you nauseous? Like, people use that statement all the time. Like, I hear people say, oh, we did this to ad nauseum. But it seems like there are very few things that would actually apply to ad nauseum, like eating food ad nauseum, that you can get nauseous from eating too much food. Drinking water ad nauseum, definitely. But talking ad nauseum, you would have, maybe it's just a figure of speech. Maybe I'm thinking about this too hard. But that statement doesn't appear to be true for most of the ways that it's used. I think people are just being kind of hyperbolic, maybe. And we'll get a few more logs. How am I doing on the log suit here? I can make one, okay. With what little, well, what very little time we have left, I guess I'll speed my way down to the swamp and we'll see what we can get done. The road definitely looks different. I don't recall the road looking like this. I'm a little confused at the moment with why the road looks so strange, but I'll think about it later. Let's go ahead and bank some of this random stuff so that we can get the hell out of here. Just throw that pine cone in there, it doesn't matter. And if I was better at dodging tentacles, I know some people have been like, Splattercat, just bring a backpack. I'm not very good at the game, guys. You're failing to take into account one fact, and that's Splattercat's pretty special when it comes to gaming. For having a lifetime filled with nothing but video games, you would think I would be better at this, but frankly, I don't think this is a, you know, MLG is not for me. Oh, and the damage stayed on him. Sometimes I feel like the mobs regenerate a little bit in between fights. For example, when I fight with spider dens, I feel like they get their health back or they get repaired in between attacks. Like if I go like 6 or 7 in-game hours without attacking a spider web, I feel like it gets healed, but the tentacles appear to have no such Wolverine magical powers, basically enabled to keep themselves regenerating and feeling better. So I'm going to keep smacking them, and in between each of these swings, I've been scratching my nose, just to prove how talented I am at this. But, God, my nose is so itchy right now. Ah! Okay. Luckily, the tentacle died off. We've got one tentacle spike now. Where's that other tentacle? And he's kind of in a precarious position. I'm a little bit afraid that I'm going to select the tree and get myself killed. And we are taking some damage here. Fighting these tentacles tends to be the way in which I die, because I get greedy. I want tons of... what the hell is that? There's a bug thing over there, like a mosquito. Let's go take a look after we kill this tentacle off. Tentacle, you no longer interest me. I want to go see what that thing is over there. Die! I command you to die. He's like, I do not accept your rule. Tentacle law is not bound by what you want. Well, come back, Tentacle. We're not done playing. Tentacle, let me harvest you. Bugger. Well, we'll head back to camp then. We got one of our tentacle spikes, which I'm happy about. You know, you always have to be thankful for what you have. You can't be lustful in this life. You don't want to be like the beefaloes, just lusting for a thrusting all of the time. Beefaloes are disgusting creatures, and we really don't want to take our life advice from them. We want to be free flow. We don't want to lust for things. We don't want to be envious. We want to be content with what we have acquired during the course of our gameplay. Now, some people have advised not to eat before going to bed, and I'm going to test that out right now. I've heard from various sources, and I've heard conflicting sources as well, that if we sleep, it will always put us at a certain hunger. Now, if this drops down to like 10, I'm going to be a little upset. Not like really upset, it's just a video game, but, you know, it's going to be a setback. So let's go ahead and we'll sleep through this evening as well. Sleep away, our robot friends. Sleep, sleep, sleep away. And we'll go into day 3. Now, I realize we haven't done our question of the night, and that's because I haven't really thought of anything just yet. Now, I don't know if I've used this one, and I think it's cumulative, guys. I think it's cumulative. So let's go ahead and eat and get ourselves back up to snuff here. And we should also probably get some more cooking going. So we'll cook up the rest of these berries. I don't know if this is an efficient use of my berries. I haven't really taken the value and seen if it's 4 times what a berry's worth in the first place. I would assume that it is, otherwise it would just be asinine to cook fistfuls of jam, but I keep doing it in any case. That's because I love jelly in real life. Like, that's what we can do. Our question of the night, your favorite preserve. Your favorite, dun-dun-dun, preserve. Mine is strawberry, although they make this thing called apple butter, which is kind of like apple cinnamon mixed together, and then they turn it into kind of a paste, and then you spread it on like bagels and things. I like that as well. Now, I have certain members of my close association, namely my significant other, who's like, Splattercat, you should try Nutella, but I haven't taken the leap yet. I don't know. I'm a peanut butter fan, and I feel like I am just discouraging peanut butter. I feel like I am effectively insulting my good friend peanut butter by eating Nutella, its blasphemous, bastardized brother. But I haven't tried it, so I can't really say, ew, Nutella. Now, I can, well, I've heard that, what's that thing they eat in Australia? It's, oh, what is that called? I forget what it's called. It's like peanut butter, but I forget what it's called. It's called, God, I'm racking, that's gonna bug me. Like, you know when you try and think of a movie and you can't remember the name of it, and then the second you're no longer on camera, no, the second you're no longer around whoever you're trying to recite it for, you're like, I remember. It's like when you're taking a test, too. Like, sometimes you take a test and you just, for the life of you, you can't remember what the hell the answer is, and then the moment you walk out of the classroom, it's like, ding, and it pops into your head, and your brain's like, sorry, bro, and he's got his sideways hat on. That's really what my brain is doing right now with that Australian peanut butter constitute. I forget what it's called. And I looked it up one time. There's a story behind why Australian people eat it. Why they don't eat peanut butter. And I can't remember what the story was either, so now I'm just feeling ignorant. Which is just salt in my wounds. It's insult to injury. Insult to injury. I'm forgetful, and I'm feeling ignorant now. So we're going to take that other tentacle spike. Oh no! We're full up on space. Robot, carry more. I command you. I guess we could slaughter this crow, but he's probably going to drop something that I like. Don't eat me, tentacle. Take the crow. Take the crow. His life is worthless. The crow's like, no, my life has worth. I swear. In terms of crow, pecuniary value, I'm very valuable. My father's a crow millionaire. Oh, you want to attack me? You want to attack me? What are we going to do now? It's like a mosquito with a pincher. Wonder what he drops. God, those are hard to click. Die. I killed one. They don't drop anything, or at least they don't appear like they drop anything. Let's try and kill another one. It is an uninteresting plant. There's free frog legs over here. I'm never one to turn up. I'm never one to pass up or turn down free frog legs. I wonder if those sayings came from one another. Like, because you pass things up. Like, well, you could pass things down, I guess, too. Although that kind of has, like, a different connotation. Like, if you pass things up, you're leaving them behind. You pass things down, you're probably dead. So I think I'll take one saying over the other. I would rather pass things up than pass things down. Definitely. It's weird. When you play with words like that, it's weird the things that come to mind. And honestly, some weird sayings out there. Let's eat this frog leg. Frog leg. I've actually had a frog leg before. I've also eaten alligator. And alligator is actually really tasty. You wouldn't think that a creature that lives in like mud and water and grossness would be very tasty, but alligators taste great. I'm really surprised that we don't farm those buggers because they taste delicious. I can't help it. It's kind of a tangy, I don't know. I had a crocodile burger, and then I also had like a crocodile biscuit type thing when I was in the Everglades long ago. And when you're kind of down there, they're like, well, try out this alligator, man. And you're like, all right, I guess I'll try alligator because I give into peer pressure consistently. And it turned out well. For once, I was happy that I gave into peer pressure. It was delicious. It was delicioso, as my southern friends say. Now, maybe I can kill another. If I can kill another one and get another tentacle spike before nightfall, I think we'll be in a really good spot on tentacle spikes. We're in a good spot for seeds as well. Like right now, I feel like I've spent this entire episode just rambling and killing tentacles, but I feel okay with that because, frankly, the arms race is kind of shifting in our favor right now. I think this game needs a flamethrower, though. I feel like this game is sadly lacking in a flamethrower. And to make it better, you could have a flamethrower, but the flamethrower would drain your sanity, like, really fast, so it's like, boom! But you can actually, like, tangibly see your bar going down. Do I have more sanity points now than I used to? I feel like I have more sanity points now than I did before. Maybe things have changed in this game. We'll take the tentacle spots. Not for the squeamish! Warning, night approaching. Well, I kind of want to kill these and see what happens, too. The frogs have become more vicious. I don't recall frogs ever attacking me before, but they definitely seem okay with attacking me now. Ow, damn. Oh, and there's spiders over here. Ah, take my grass! Take it! I've been mugged. I've been mugged by a frog. Like, what low point in life are you at where you're getting mugged by frogs? Frogs are like... God. Actually, I was going to say frogs are like nature's, like, C- student, but actually, if you take into account, I learned this in a biology class. I'm going to relay knowledge for once instead of just relaying kind of intangible bullshit, just random facts here. But when I was in my hydrology class, like when we learned about like ecosystems, they said that frogs are like the first thing to die off. So if you're in an ecosystem with no frogs, you know you're screwed because all the frogs are already dead. And it's going to be really hard to rebuild the ecosystem. But anyways, off of my soapbox here, we got robbed by a frog. We got frog robbed, which sucks. I've never been robbed by a frog before, but frankly, I feel a little exposed, and I feel kind of like I need a shower now. But in any sense, this is the end of our third day. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here in our Let's Play of Don't Starve, a fantastic, honestly, one of my favorite games now of all time by Cly Entertainment. Games like this do not come along very often, so you should definitely check it out. Swing over to the developer's website and purchase it, or if you're going to be one of those people of the R persuasion, I won't tell you what to do. In any case, I will see you guys next time, and take care out there.